Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Kasper, I'm from Club Center and the functional fitness team. Today I will lead you through a TRX class, training with the body weight, the resistant with the TRX. Remember your TRX and a bottle of water, and let's get started. So first of all, you need your TRX. You unpack it from your bag, and then you need a pipe form like this one. It should be a bit higher than yourself, and then you're gonna grab the TRX and you're gonna grab this black strap. If it's yellow, it's gonna work the same way. For this one, I'm gonna put it around 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. Then you align these 2 holes. You'll grab your hook, gonna place it in these 2, and then you're set. So when you've set up your TRX, there's a few things you have to know before we start. This is called the anchor point. The anchor point is where the TRX is put up, and when I say facing the anchor point, you're gonna stand looking towards the anchor point, and when I say facing away, you're gonna walk forward and face away from the anchor point. The second part is the equalizer. So this part, we always want that to be in the middle, so not up at the side, but in the middle. Then we have these 2 straps. These are being used to adjust the length of the TRX. The way to adjust them is putting the iron part horizontal, not all the way down, but horizontal. You're gonna take the yellow handle and you're gonna pull it up, and then you adjust it all the way up on both sides. Still remember the equalizer in the middle, and when you're gonna put it out to the long length, which is all the way out, you're gonna hold on to them and pull them all the way down. Then we have the handles, these 2. These are the 2 you're gonna hold on to, and the very bottom one is the foot cradles. Next up, I'm gonna introduce you to one of the very important things about the TRX, the plank position. So when you're down on the ground, to the plank position, you're gonna place your toes, your knees in the ground, arms like train tracks. And when I count down from 3, you're gonna push and extend your legs in 3, 2, 1, and up. So think about squeezing your thighs, your glutes, everything, pushing your arms towards the ground, trying to rip the floor apart, squeezing everything. This is very important that you hold the plank position during all the exercises in the TRX movements. And rest. So you're gonna do this 3 times. You're gonna go up and you're gonna squeeze everything. This is also a part of the warm-up. So in 3, 2, 1, and up. Squeezing everything. Just gonna hold it. So every time I refer to the plank position, you're gonna remember squeezing everything and stay as straight as possible, and rest. Gonna lay on our stomach and up. Squeezing everything, holding the plank position, and rest. Ready for last one? Just gonna lay down. Starts in 3, 2, 1, and up. Squeezing everything the last time. Really trying to keep the core tight. And in 3, 2, 1, and rest. So that's the warm-up of the plank position. When I'm talking about the plank position during any of the exercises, that's what I want you to think about. Squeezing everything, stay tight around your core, squeeze your thighs and glutes at the same time. So now to the very first part, the warm-up. We just did the plank. The first one is gonna be walking forward, facing away from the anchor point. Gonna place our hands on the handles. Gonna place our toes just like this. Up on our toes, straighten legs, and then wide grip with your hands. And then you're gonna bend down and back up, chest press. So the way it's gonna run, I'm gonna show the movements in your 15 seconds of rest. And you're gonna work for 30 seconds, nice and steady, nice and controlled. Gonna start in 10 seconds. walking forward, facing away from the anchor point, up on our toes, and go. Slow and steady, moving up and down. Remember to hold on to your plank position, not dropping your hip forward, but holding on to the plank position. Ten more seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next up, gonna face the anchor point all the way up. Gonna stand shoulder width with our feet. Gonna lean back on our heels, and we are ready for squat. It's gonna squat down and up for 30 seconds. Try not to use your arms too much. It's a leg exercise, so we wanna push with our legs and not pull with our arms. Up and down. Few more seconds. And rest. The next one, you're still gonna face the anchor point. Gonna step back, place your heels in the ground. Gonna lean back, arms straight, and then we're gonna pull ourselves up towards the anchor point and back down. Nice and controlled. Time has started. 30 seconds. Rowing up and down, holding on to the plank position, not dropping our hip back, but holding on to it. Try to be controlled when you descend, not just dropping down. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. That was the first round. Starting the first one, again, the chest press. Walking forward, arms straight in front of us. This time you can stand a bit closer to the anchor point, and then it's gonna be a bit harder. Gonna bench down and press back up. Remember, always if you're walking closer to the anchor point in this one, it's gonna be harder. So decide where you're standing so you can still do the movement the right way. A few more seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. Going into the squat position again, facing the anchor point. Shoulder width with our feet, weight on our heels, arms straightened, and we start in 3, 2, 1, and squat. Squat down and back up. Still trying to only use our legs to come back up, not pulling ourselves with our arms. Few more seconds. In 10. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Facing the anchor point still. Gonna do the wide row. Heels in the ground, arms straight in front of us. Gonna pull ourselves up towards the anchor point. Arms out to the sides and slowly back down. Trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together. This is the last one of the warm-up. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. That was it for the warm-up. Now we're moving on to the first working block. The exercise is gonna be similar, but more challenging. So get ready. For block number 1, gonna go through 3 new movements, kind of similar, but also different from the other ones. The first one is stepping back, facing the anchor point. Gonna take 1 step back, knee to the ground, and back up. You're using the front leg to push back up, not your arms. That's the first one. And you will work for 30 seconds and have 15 seconds of rest, and then I'll show the next movement in between. Starting in around 10 seconds. Very first one, facing the anchor point. Gonna step back, knee to the ground, all the way, and go. Keep your arms straight, alternating, switching leg every time. Pushing with the front leg. 15 more seconds. In 10. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next up, you're gonna do flies. Gonna stand almost upright. Gonna take your arms in front of you. You're gonna open the curtains out to the sides and close them back in again. 30 seconds. Remember, try to keep your arms as straight as possible, moving out and back in. This is a very heavy movement, so try not to stand too close to the anchor point. 10 more seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Facing the anchor point. Next one. One arm on the handle, stepping on your heels, leaning out, both hands in front of us. Imagine you pulling with both, and you're gonna row up towards the anchor point, and you're gonna control it all the way down. Doing this for 30 seconds, and when I say, you're gonna swap hand. Trying to keep your core tight, and swap hand, same way. Imagine you're pulling with both hands, but only one is working. Few more seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next up, I'm gonna go in to the lunges once again. Now we're gonna add a second part. Gonna step back, and you're gonna do a high knee raise. Gonna swap arm, or swap leg, sorry, all the way up, stepping back, and all the way up. Still pushing with the front leg, not pulling with your arms, all the way up. Keep it going, last 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and stop. Next up again, gonna go into the flies. Arms straight. Gonna start working in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and out to the sides, and work your back in again. Keep your arms straight all the time. Few more seconds. Keep it going. In 10. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Going into the row again. Ready? Gonna do a reach behind and pull yourself all the way up. Reaching behind us and pulling all the way up. Few more seconds on this side. And swap hand. Same way, reaching behind us and pulling up. Try not to drop your hip down, but only turning your upper body. And rest. Next up, the lunges. Third round. Now time to challenge yourself. This time we're gonna step back just like before. Step back, I'm gonna do a small jump. Only if you feel comfortable doing it, you're gonna do a small jump. You can also stick with option 2, high knee raises. Or the very first one, doing the normal lunges. So jump as high as possible every time. Pushing through with the front leg and jumping on the one leg. 5 more seconds, keep it going. 2, 1, and rest. Next up, looking forward, away from the anchor point, arms straight. Gonna start working in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and out to the sides. And work your back in again. Keep your arms straight all the time. Few more seconds. Keep it going. In 10. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Going into the row again. Ready? Gonna face the anchor point for the third round. Just gonna do it the same way as before. Nice and controlled. Gonna lean out and up. Working for the 15 seconds on one arm. Reaching behind us and all the way up. Ready to swap hand and swap. Reaching behind us and all the way up. Five more seconds, keep it going. And time. So that was it for the first block. Take some water and we're gonna move on to the next one in a few seconds. So now for block number 2, gonna start out showing the very first movement. The first movement is gonna be kind of similar for the first block, but also a bit different. So we're gonna do the chest press. You're gonna stand on your toes. You're gonna bench down, bend your arms, and try to reach out with both arms. And then push back up again. Slow and steady, nice and controlled. So just get ready. Gonna start in 10 seconds. Remember, facing away from the anchor point. Walking all the way out. And go. Benching down. Out to the sides. And back up. Very important that you hold on to the plank position. Halfway, keep it going. Few more seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next up, coming into the second movement, gonna step back, weight on our heels, just like in the warm-up. Ready for squats, but this time we're gonna do some jumps. Gonna squat down and do a small jump. And take a break between every rep and jump. First option, you get another one the second round. Jumping as high as possible. Trying not to use the TRX too much, but just pushing with your legs. Few more seconds. And rest. Next up is reverse flies. So still gonna face the anchor point. Gonna put our weight on our heels. Gonna lean back, arms straightened. And then you're gonna open up the curtains, just like this, out to the sides and all the way down. Try to control it. When you go down, don't just drop down, but control it all the way down. Also very important that you're not dropping your hip down, but keep it in front. 10 more seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Going into the second round, facing away from the anchor point, arms straight in front of us, weight on our toes, legs straight, and then we're gonna bend our arms, coming down, reaching out to the sides. Nice and controlled. Remember, the plank position is very important, not arching the back, but keep the back as straight as possible and keeping the hip the same place. Halfway, keep it going. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next one, second round, ready for the jumping squats. Try to do it a bit quicker, squatting down, and then maybe going slowly down and jumping again immediately afterwards. Starting again in 3, 2, 1, let's go. 30 seconds, more frequently jumping. I know it's a bit harder, but keep it going. Halfway. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Second time doing the flies, reverse flies. Stand on our heels, lean back, arms all the way out to the sides. Starts in 3, 2, 1, and go. All the way out, arms out to the sides, and control it down. Halfway. Keep your arms straight, moving up and down. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Going into the very last round, chest press. Gonna face away from the anchor point. And we're gonna start in a few seconds. This time, try to stand a bit closer to the anchor point, just to challenge yourself. Gonna start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Coming down, arms out to the sides, and back up. Really try to keep it moving the last time of this one. Ten more seconds. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Last time going into the jumping squats. I know you may be tired now, but last time. In 5, 3, 2, 1, let's go. This time jump as high as possible and keep it going. You can also stick with the first option, taking a small rest in between, but keep it moving. Jump as high as possible and keep it going. Almost done. 10 more seconds. Hold on. And rest. Great job. The very last one. Still facing the anchor point. Arms straight in front of us. Weight on our heels. And ready to do the reverse flies. Leaning back. Weight on our heels. Starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last time. Keep your arms straight all the time. Moving all the way up. Arms out to the sides. And all the way in front of you. Halfway. Keep it going. Last few seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and done. So that's a wrap for block number 2 and all of today's work. And that was it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. This is one of the classes at Club La Santa. I really hope to see you soon. Warm greetings from all of us.
Would you like to enjoy more content from Club La Santa? Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and connect with us on social media.